that's I'm a little bit pissed off today coming in and yesterday, and it happened so early in the game yesterday that you're kicked in the teeth. And for those, maybe the two of you that don't know, the Texans lost yesterday 31-20 to the Indianapolis Colts, and they came out tissue paper soft early in the game. This was not a game that was a back and forth. Hell, that 20-20 tie last year felt way better than this. At least they took a lead in that game.
Semi-win.
Thank you. As we welcome you in today, Sean Pendergast, Seth Payne. My big thing after the game, Seth, with all this, and we'll dig into all the nooks and crannies of this game. There was some good, there was a lot of bad, and we'll get into it. My big thing is the honeymoon's over for sure. You had thousands and thousands of people out there yesterday that were ready to get behind this team. The parking lot was crowded. The tailgates were going. As far as NRG stadium crowds go early in a game, it was relatively full, and it got full as the game went on. And this team gave them nothing to believe in except for very sporadic teases throughout the game offensively. The honeymoon is over now, man.
For me, the part that takes the honeymoon effect off especially is the fact that the defense was so tissue soft that I thought that there would be at least one thing that this team would be able to hang its hat on, and that it would be, even if the defense wasn't good, that they would play really physical. And man, boy, they were the opposite. And the offensive line is the offensive line. They've got serious issues. They've got nothing but backups and problems. So yeah, some of the positives would include the way CJ responded to playing behind an inadequate offensive line play. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Robert Woods. That's something. They can build on that. I think when Eric Murray got injured especially, D'Amico started thinking, okay, well, we got to be careful with the coverage for now, and let's see if the front seven can handle it. Let's see what they can do. They responded by not getting a pass rush, and then also when the Colts, who couldn't run the ball last week at all outside of Anthony Richardson, when the Colts decided to run, the defensive line, the linebackers, they were just catching blocks. And the young guys, especially, the Will Anderson, Henry To'oTo'o, these guys that are supposed to be the young phenoms from Alabama, you better get your ass in gear and start playing physical football, because they got their asses handed to them in a physical sense in a lot of ways. Those quarterback runs, okay, you spend the whole freaking week with Anthony Richardson. It's the only damn thing the Colts had going for them offensively. You start off the game with two QB runs in the red zone. First one, 18 yards. Wasn't touched.
Literally untouched.
Freaking touched.
Literally
Henry
untouched.
To'oTo'o is sitting back there acting like he's going to decide where to go after Anthony Richardson runs past him. Dude, you got to come up and hit that offensive lineman. He outweighs you by 50 pounds. You can't sit there and absorb blocks and then try to tackle Anthony Richardson. This is not Stetson Bennett on a hangover. This is Anthony Richardson, sober. What the? He's not just going to go down so easy. And then, oh my God, the Anthony Richardson run where it's a 15-yarder, and he executed a beautiful fake. Will Anderson got sucked down so far inside. He was 10 yards past Anthony Richardson before he realized that he'd been duped on the fake. Denzel Perryman comes flying in, gets blocked by Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman, who was singled out as like the laziest receiver in the league last year. You got destroyed, like put on the ground by Michael freaking Pittman, a guy wearing number 11. Number 11. What the hell?
You get knocked down by somebody with a one handle on their number. That's bad.
And Anthony Richardson could have run in untouched. He took a courtesy collision by Stewart at the end that ended up knocking him out of the game.
Right.
Sean, you made a good point, which was, man, Gardner Minshew might have been the worst opponent to face compared to Anthony Richardson. I would say in the passing game, yes. But my God, Anthony Richardson, he could have just kept running QB draws from the 50.
Yeah.
If you're not going to touch him for 15 yards, you're in the red zone. Pop Warner kids out there know that, like, oh, you get in the red zone. Watch a QB run. Watch a QB draw. These guys are just running around, flailing around like headless chickens. My God.
Yeah.
And with no physicality whatsoever.
No.
D'Amico's got to be furious. It was awful. These guys were getting swallowed up, knocked back, defensive tackles, acting like they just didn't give a damn. It was pathetic.
It was bad. It was bad. No, 4 for 4 in the red zone. They've been an abysmal red zone defense so far this year.
Like even last week, they'd stopped the run pretty well until they got to the red zone.
Yeah.
And they're like, here you go. What's up with this defense that they're getting a lot of the box score stats, but when it gets to the red zone, the most important part of the game, they fold up and they go home. Well, D'Amico would say they book it.
They book it. They're not allowed to use any of the D'Amico catchphrases until they show that they can be a physical, show some degree of intimidation. No kill zones.
Yeah, the Colts offense.
Swarm.
The Colts offense could be like, well, we were hoping that iron would sharpen iron today, but we were basically smashing our swords into loaves of bread.
Yeah,
and our iron has not been sharpened.
Baguette.
What would soggy baguette?
Give me a noun to describe the Texans' defense yesterday. A baguette.
A limpid baguette.
Yeah. Just brutal, man. Just absolutely brutal.